Alright, the next mod I'm going to do on my 2006 Can-Am 800 Outlander is Grolia's Radiator Relocation Kit, made by Grollia Axle. We'll be removing the radiator from its original location and fan, drilling a few holes in the lid here to be able to allow the hoses to run back down and reconnect. Mount the radiator in behind the relocation kit and tighten everything down. Don't expect this project to take too awful long. And there's a look at the face on it. If you haven't seen Grolia's relocation kit, it is a really nice kit and looks really good on the front of your bike. Comes with everything you need: hoses, clamps, hose barbs, mounting bolts, even the connectors and wiring to relocate your fan. So should be a fairly simple kit to install. We'll be removing the tires. I don't have to, but I could get in there to it all, but it'll be a lot easier to just go ahead and remove the tires to be able to get in there and get all that out. Alright, so far got the radiator ready to come out. I had to remove the fan from the radiator, allow myself enough room to be able to slide the radiator far enough forward to get it past the mounting brackets that you see right there. You have one bracket on each side of the radiator, that bolts through to the frame. You remove those two bolts, 4 bolts that hold the radiator on, equally spaced on both sides. Remove the radiator. You have a plastic that's up here in the front of the radiator. There's 2 bolts that come through where your winch cable comes through here in the front, and 3 plastic pins that one goes here, the other 2 go through the plastics themselves. You have this little small piece that has 2 little rubber grommets right there, and you remove those 2 little plastic push pins, pull that piece off, remove the rubber push pin from there, and the 2 bolts from the front. Both pieces slide right out of there fairly easily. As I said, I got the lower hose removed and all the antifreeze is drained from the radiator. Now up here in the top, I removed the overflow hose and needed to remove the cap to allow myself to be able to get it out of there. So I removed the cap, and to prevent getting any sand inside my coolant system, I inserted a paper towel, pushed it down in there real good. Should keep all the sand and any dirt out of it. The fan plugs in right here, and the only thing left is to pull it loose, finish draining the upper hose, and remove the upper hose, and the radiator will be out of there. Like I said, approximately 15 minutes so far into it, including removing the tires. Alright, I've got the radiator mounted on the relocation kit. Took some time, cleaned it up, and went ahead and applied a coat of paint on it to try to help keep the mud from sticking so well. I have attached the hose at the back and have decided that I'm going to drill through my cover here instead of going through my fenders. I'm going to drill me 2 holes, one here and one adjacent to it, and run my hoses for my inlet and my return through there. Had enough space. Let me give me a second. Let me get this cover off. Alright. I had enough slack in the wiring for the fan to attach it right there to the side of the fuse holder, on the bracket that holds the fuse holder in there. So I did not have to cut my fan wiring. The return line on the radiator is, as you can tell, just a couple inches short. If it was about 3 inches longer, I would have drilled a hole on this end and just ran it right straight into it and had that connection made real quick. Now on the other end, the hose is about a foot and a half too short, so I've run it down through here. I'll make my connection right there, and then we'll apply some antifreeze. Alrighty. Alright, and this is the completed project. Mounted to the front rack. All kinds of open space up in the front now. No hoses, no wiring. Everything's completely out of the way. Ran it through the back, drilled 2 holes in the back of the lid, and ran everything nice and neat underneath the radiator, so it's mostly out of the way and limited view on it. Ran the hoses up through the front, and as I said, nice, clean. Everything's still like it ought to be and out of the way. And there's Radiator Relocation Kit. And my last addition is a little light on the front.